What's going on, Houston, Texas? Great to be back in the H-Town. How about a hand for the Octagon girls? Ariane, Brittany, Luciana, UFC President Dana White is in the building. Our matchmakers, Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby. Let's go, UFC 265. Lewis versus Gane. We begin with preliminary action on UFC Fight Pass at ESPN2. First fight in the bantamweight division, Johnny Munoz versus Jamie Simmons. .136, the official weight for the Afro Samurai, Jamie Simmons. And his opponent, Kid Kavimbo, Johnny Munoz. .135.5, the official weight for Johnny Munoz. All right, next fight in the women's flyweight division, Victoria Fury Leonardo versus Melissa Gatto. First fighter to the scale set to make her UFC debut. Please welcome Melissa Gatto. £124 for Melissa Gatto. And her opponent is Victoria Leonardo. The official weight, 125 for Victoria Leonardo. All right, next up in the bantamweight division, Miles Johns versus Anderson dos Santos. .135.5, the official weight for Anderson dos Santos. And his opponent is Miles Johns. £136, the official weight for Miles Johns. All right, next prelim comes your way in the UFC flyweight division. Manel Starboy Kopp versus Oday, the Jamaican sensation Osborne. First fighter to the scale, making his UFC flyweight debut, Oday Osborne. £125, the official weight for Oday Osborne. And his opponent is Manel Kopp. Official weight 129 pounds for Manel Kopp, 3 pounds over the flyweight limit. He will forfeit 20% of his purse. All right, these next 4 prelims can all be seen live on ESPN2. First out of the shooting the strawweight division, Karolina Kovalkiewicz versus Jessica Penne. $116 for Jessica Penne. And her opponent, Karolina Kovalkiewicz. Official weight 115 pounds for Karolina Kovalkiewicz. All right, moving on now to the light heavyweight division. Atomic Alonzo versus Ed Short Fuse Herman. The official weight for Ed Herman. And his opponent, Atomic Alonzo Menafield. What's up, man? Alonzo Menafield. All right, back to the bantamweight division now. It'll be Vince Bandana Morales versus Draco Rodriguez. First athlete to the scale, Draco Rodriguez. $136 for Draco Rodriguez. And his opponent is Vince Bandana Morales. Official weight 136 pounds for Vince Morales. All right, now the featured prelim in the lightweight division, Bobby King Green versus Raphael Fiziev. First fighter to the scale, Raphael Fiziev. 155 and a half, the official weight for Raphael physique. And his opponent, the UFC roster staple, Bobby King Green. Official weight 156 pounds for Bobby Green. All right, now we get to the main card for UFC 265, live on pay-per-view. First up in the bantamweight division, Zhongyu versus Kenney. $136, the official weight for Mr. Kenney. And his opponent in the main card opener, Zhongyu. 135 and a half, the official weight for Zhongyu. All right, next up in the UFC strawweight division, Chiesa Tiny Tornado Torres versus Angela Overkill Hill. First fighter to the scale, number 12 in the world, Angela Hill. $115 pounds, the official weight for Angela Hill. And her opponent, number 10 in the world, Chiesa Tiny Tornado Torres. Official weight 115 pounds for Chiesa Torres. All right, next up, a featured bout with high stakes in the UFC welterweight division. Michael Maverick Chiesa versus Vicente, the silent assassin, Luque. First fighter to the scale, Vicente Luque. $170 pounds for Vicente Luque. And his opponent, number 5 in the world, Michael Maverick Chiesa. $170 and a half, the official weight for Michael Chiesa. And that brings us to the co-main event in the bantamweight division. Jose Aldo versus Pedro Munoz. First fighter to the scale, the young Punisher, Pedro Munoz. Official weight 135 pounds for Pedro Munoz. And his opponent is the former two-time UFC featherweight champion, the King of Rio, Jose Aldo. £136, the official weight for Jose Aldo. All right, now it is time to take a closer look at the two men who will share the octagon and compete tomorrow night for the UFC's interim heavyweight title.
So when I started my career in the MMA was really fast. After only 6 months in MMA, I did my first fight, TKO for the belt. After only 3 years, I'm fighting for the belt in the UFC.
This is an interim belt, but this is my ticket for the champion, Francis Ngannou.
To me, I'm going out there to fight for the real belt. It's not interim champion, I believe it's the real belt. Because we are fighting in my city, so I'm all about the belt now, baby. Let's go. You will see the Black Beast come out of me.
Making his way to the octagon, heavyweight contender, Derrick the Black Beast Lewis.
He has that break-your-face open type of power.
One shot from Derrick Lewis can put you to sleep.
Oh! There it is! There it is!
He might be the biggest power puncher in MMA.
He hits so hard. Oh, big right! Lewis does it again with the knockout. He's got a dozen, tied for the most in UFC history.
This is the most important fight in my career. We coming straight at him 100%. It's gonna be new heavyweight champion of the UFC.
I think all the fans in Houston waiting for a knockout from Derrick Lewis, but instead I'm gonna give a good masterclass to Derrick Lewis.
It's been hard to find a point of comparison for Gane in the UFC's heavyweight division, given the way he moves.
Oh, I mean, that was so fast. Such a big man, the speed of him.
You rarely see a guy that moves so lightly on his feet and a guy who's so technical.
He's looking for the heel hook. There's
he gets the tap! Wow!
This guy can do it all, whether that be heel hooks, takedowns, wrestling, or using his Muay Thai on the feet. Oh! Gane flattens Junior Dos Santos! And that is it!
The sky really is the limit for this guy. Absolutely dominant.
My goal for this sport, put my name on the history of the UFC. I just want to be one of the best in this world.
He's well-rounded, and it looks pretty when he do it, you know, but I got that right hand. If I touch him one time, I know he's gonna fold like a French fry. And I'm gonna just lay him out with something.
I like this, I like the contact, I like this violence, I like that.
You can expect a big firework.
Let's go.
First fighter to the scale, competing in his first UFC title fight tomorrow night, the number 3 ranked heavyweight contender, Bongama Gane. 247 pounds, the official weight for Gane. And his opponent fighting out of Houston, Texas, USA, the Black Beast, number 2 ranked heavyweight contender, Derrick Lewis. The official weight, 264.5 for the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis. number 3 ranked heavyweight contender, Gane. Congratulations on all your success to this point. What is going through your head right now on the eve of the biggest fight of your life?
For me, it's a big opportunity. It's going to be a big challenge. This is another chance for him, but I want to prove I can do it.
Can't wait to see you compete. Congratulations, Gane, folks. And of course, we step over here and talk to the man who many of you have come to see, Derrick Lewis. Of course, these people are here for you. This is your town. Any final thoughts before the big one and making that walk inside this Toyota Center tomorrow night?
I'm going to bang his ass up.
Fair enough. There he is, the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis. Thank y'all for coming out. One more sleep. We'll see you tomorrow.